Alright? So today, you must ask yourself, what vision do I have? What is my vision working? And do I have a vision? Now, as a Christian, you must have a vision for your life. A spiritual vision. Proverbs 29 verse 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. Where there is no vision, the people perish. So when you are sleeping, no vision, you are not seeing anything, you are in great danger. That is why thieves come when our vision is off. Okay? So you, as you are here, you must have a vision for your life spiritually. Now, many years ago, I went to Korea and I learned from Yonggi Cho that your vision makes you. You do not make your vision. What does that mean? It means if you have a vision for something, it makes you live in a certain way. It makes you do certain things. And it causes you to become something. I always, I remember when I first went to Korea, and Dr. Cho said, your vision makes you, you don't make your vision. I mean, I thought, this man is not saying the correct thing, because all of us who are here, we are here because we want to have mega churches. And we don't have mega churches. And we want to have mega churches. So all of us here, we have wanted to have mega churches for a long time, but we don't have. We have had a vision for a mega church for a long time, but we are not seeing any mega church. So how can it be you say me that my vision makes me? Because I've had this vision for a long time. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Like you see, I already have that vision. So how do you say my vision will make me into something? Because I've had it for a long time. I'm still nothing. So I didn't understand it. But what was happening was that, you see, when you have a vision for something, it causes you to behave in a particular way. For instance, if a woman is on a hunt, the Bible calls women hunters. It says, she shall hunt for the precious life. A strange woman. So when a woman is on a hunt, because of her aim, she does things in a particular way. She dresses in a particular way. She smiles in a particular way. She speaks in a particular way. She talks as if she's pleasant, as if she's kind, as if she's sweet. But those who know her know that she's not so sweet. And she's not so kind. And she's not so nice. But when she's talking, she'll say, yes, daddy. Yes, please. Okay. Thank you. And they're smiling nice, but that is not how. But because of the vision to impress and to get some prey, the whole behavior changes. And if you maintain your vision long enough, your behavior keeps on a certain road until you get your target. So what happened that day when I was in Korea, I was criticizing that message in my head that it's not true that if you have a vision, it will make you into what you want. But not knowing that I was already on the road because of my vision. You see, it was because of my vision I was in Korea. In the first place. That vision had already put me on a road. Because your vision will make you do certain things for a long time. And if you keep doing it for a long time, with that same vision, you keep making this maneuver, that maneuver, change this, do that, and you keep going. And so in the end, after a number of years, because of that maintained vision, You'd have turned left at certain junctions, right at certain junctions, left at certain junctions, right at certain junctions, and you keep going. And you realize that it's actually because of your vision that you keep going on a certain road. Because your vision makes you become what you are going to become. It's not that you make your vision. I set my make my vision. No, the vision makes you. Your vision you have makes you become that thing over time. So in the first place, I was in Korea. Because I heard of Yonggi. I've never heard of him preaching, before. But I wanted to, I said, this man has the largest church in the world, so there must be something. So now here I find myself in Korea, coming to listen. Yeah. And through that vision, I started to go to places. So it made me travel. It made me travel. I traveled to Korea because of my vision to teach. And you see, you can know when somebody has a vision from what the person says when he's young. A vision is important when you are young, not when you are old. Because it takes a whole life to make a vision happen. So when you have a good vision at the end of your life, I have a vision for this. I have a vision for this. I have a vision for this. My friend, it's a bit late to be having all these visions and dreams. You better get up now, awake now. Oh sleeper. And Christ will give you light. And He will give you light and you will see. And so you have to wake up now. As a young man, if you want to work for the Lord, you can't wait till you are in your 40s and 50s before you say, now, I have a vision for the Lord. When you are young like you are now, this is the time to have a vision because it's going to take years and years, many, many years. You have to survive many things for you to have that vision to come to pass. When I look at my personal life, today God has used me to establish over 1,000 churches. Think about that. Now, when I was young, when I was in university, I know that I had a vision because of what I told my beloved. You know, I can remember certain conversations that I had. Some of you want to marry boys who have a lot of raps. You look so sweet, darling. The first time I saw you, I will swim across the Mediterranean Sea to give you an ice cream. All these are nonsense. The raps that I had for my beloved, I told her that I want to teach like Jesus. These were my raps. My falling in love raps. Yeah. I told her I want to be able to teach like Jesus. She said, why? I said, when Jesus taught, even when you backslide, you remember all his teachings. And I told her that you always remember his stories. I told her when I was either a beloved or trying to become a beloved. These are my raps. I'm giving you keys. Then I told her I want to sit on a mountain. Yeah. And then people will come to the mountain. And I'll teach them just like Jesus. And I told her I want to tell stories like Jesus. And I always remember the story like prodigal son. This was my vision. You see, today I'm always telling stories. I have a lot of stories. Yeah. Yeah. One day. And you see that if you have a vision for a long time, it makes you. That's what Yonggi was trying to say, that your vision will make you become something if you have it. So if you are sitting here and you are a Christian who is asleep, it means you don't have any vision, spiritual vision for your future. You're just in the church. Yeah, you're just in the church. What does it mean to just be here? You can't just be here. You have to have it. And that vision must be deep. You see, that vision was very deep in my heart. I was attracted to storytelling, preaching. From then. And Kenneth Hagin, if you put on his tape in the middle somewhere, he reads the Bible only at the beginning of the sermon. He preaches by mentioning 3 verses. He says our scriptures for today. Then he read 1, 2. And that's the end of reading of Bibles. Then he start telling stories. My uncle, my mother, my this, my that, my this, my that, my that. Yeah. Yeah. And I could listen. So I know all his relatives. I know his family. I know everything. Yeah. Because of the stories. I even know a story that he told when he was in the hospital just before he died. Yeah. Because I always watch his funeral. In the funeral, one of the guys told the story of what he told. A very funny story. And they laughed and laughed in the hospital. Hey! So the vision you have, you'll be surprised. So now, you look at yourself and ask yourself, what vision do you have spiritually? I want to do this. I want to be this. I want to become this. I want to be like this. If you have it, it will keep guiding you. It will keep guiding you. It will keep guiding you. And when the time comes for you to take this decision, to take this move, to take 10 left, to 10 right, nobody will be advising you. You yourself will know. When it's time to come to Ghana, to be trained, nobody will be discussing with you. You say, you know something? It's my dream. It's my dream. My vision. First of all, I even want to be international. I don't want to be just national. I want to be international. It's a vision I have. Yeah. I'm too national. I want to be international. You can know somebody's vision from how you used to talk when you were young. Kenneth Hagin said when he was a little child, he used to say, I picture. He couldn't pronounce preacher. And he couldn't say, I want to be. He said, I picture. From a baby, a child. I picture. Yeah. It's the vision that he had. I picture. You see picture? I picture. I picture. Yeah. And you see, you will become it all. But on the way, there will be many things that will make you not. When I started to preach, the thing I was criticized most for was preaching. That I don't know how to preach. That I do not preach well. I have too many scriptures. Not enough scriptures. I don't stand in one place. I move around. Too many jokes. Not enough jokes. So much. This was the greatest, but it was the greatest thing for me is to preach and to teach. This is what it was like. Don't do this. And so the strongest attack was at the very beginning. You are not a good preacher from my assistant. Yeah. So Bishop Saki became so precious to me. In fact, initially I thought he was lying. But when I finished preaching, he would say, I'm so blessed. I've never heard a message like this. So initially I thought this guy is a liar, you know. This guy is a liar. He's just full of flattery. When I finish preaching, he comes to flatter me. But after some time, I felt that what he was saying was genuine. And my beloved too was also impressed with my preaching. And in those days, I was not as wary of ladies as I am now. In those days, I didn't think of even flattery. But these days, I think of all those things. I've seen a lot of things. Yeah. Yeah. Recently, I saw a certain sister. She wanted to marry a certain brother. So when she met the brother, she realized that the brother was very interested in the ministry. She started to tell the brother how she wants to just work for the Lord and she wants to be in the ministry. But her friend knew her. So her friend came and told somebody who knew the brother that this girl, her aim is to be a lawyer or a doctor or something. And she has even applied. She has no interest in the ministry. But the brother was so, I have found the perfect partner. Mercy. So as you sit here, you cannot be in the church and say, my aim is to be in the choir. My aim is to just enjoy the church. As a lady, what is your vision? What's your vision? What do you want to be? Eye pitcher. Yeah. What do you want to become? Yeah. You have to have a mind. What I want to become. I want to become this. I want to be like, not even, sometimes you don't even know what you want, but I want to be like this. You go to some children's room, and when my sisters were young, that's how come I knew Michael Jackson. In fact, when he died, I was very interested because I knew him from my little sisters. They were in love with Michael Jackson. They had all his posters. And this was the vision. I, Michael. Yeah. And one of my sisters was working once in a hotel where Michael Jackson came to stay. In fact, she was the one cleaning the room that Michael Jackson was staying. Her dream. So somebody even gave her a note, wrote a note to give to put on Michael Jackson's table. But he didn't come there. They booked this hotel, but they don't go there. Yeah. So that you think he's here, but he's not. He's somewhere else. I'm Michael. I Oprah. I Oprah. I Bill Gates. I Bill Gates. It's your vision. That's why you are dead spiritually. But when you have them, you see, I this. I picture. I London. I America. I America. I America. And these are your visions. I never had a vision. I doctor. I never had a vision. It almost cost me because when I went for my interview to enter the medical school, they asked me, what do you want to do? What do you want to be? And then I was surprised because I picture. So I almost said it by mistake. So I was confused for a moment. And I was lucky that they were taking the first 10 people automatically. It was in order of merit, and I was the 5th person in the country. So I was automatically taken, but I didn't even know that. So they said, what do you want to do? And I said, I want to heal people. I said, I want to heal people. Hey. I healer. I healer. eye healer. And the whole interview turned into a discussion about church. What church do I go to? Yeah, healing ministry. Yeah. I didn't say I want to be an ophthalmologist. I want to be a cardiothoracic surgeon. Or I want to be a neurosurgeon. I said I want to be a healer. Because I didn't know the word, medical words didn't come. I was spiritual words. I said, heal. I want to heal. Hey. So you see, your vision just, as soon as you are awake, so there's some kind of vision in you. So these guys, some of these guys who've been to Ghana, they have a vision. You wouldn't have spent 4 years of your life or so many years of your life doing this, doing that. And they have vision. That's why people have gone to the mission field. The eyes are open for something. And I tell you, you watch and see as the years go by. It doesn't happen in a day. As you keep on preaching and preaching, you see that your vision is making you become something. And then you will start to dissociate from certain friends. Yeah. Today, many of my friends are pastors of big churches. Yeah. When I saw Mosa Sono on television many years ago, he's the first international friend that I had. I saw a young man. Pastor Ray Macaulay had allowed him to preach at his convention. And there he was on video and he was on television. Young person. He didn't have a church building. He didn't have anything. He was there and he said, he had 1,000 people in his church. I said, wow. And I said, I like this guy. Because when you have a vision, you have to have friends who are like your vision. And so I found a way of connecting without indirectly to about 3 or 4 people. And I invited him to Ghana. Huh? And he came. First time I saw him, he was in the front of our church. I turned to him and said, hello. So are you Pastor? Sir, I am Pastor. You are Musa. So welcome. And we said that the singing worship was going on. And then I introduced him to preach. That's how he became my friend. Yeah. And your friends will change. If you are moving with girls who are sleeping with every boy, it will change. Because your friend has to change based on your vision. Yeah. So awake and start to see. And see far. See far. See far. And let your vision make you. So your spiritual vision. Eye picture. Eye picture. Eye preacher's wife. If you want to be a preacher's wife. How many want to be a preacher's wife? Only 4 of you. The rest of you want to be what wife? Michael's wife. I'm Michael's wife. Amen.